Sometimes you readily invite malware into your system. By being alert to what you click and verifying the target of what you are about to click can keep you from having a bad experience. I captured this information a few years ago. Unfortunately, this sort of thing regularly pops up. With the availability of cloud computing, it is more or less a game of whack-a-mole for any security organization to track down and stop. This example depicts a Google search on the home improvement chain Lowe's. Note, the top two results are for Lowe's.com, or at least they appear to be. Notice the first result has the green outline letters "add" to the left of the link. This signifies that it is placed there in the search results as a result of a Google ad. The ad label itself is applied by Google. However, the other information, including the link displayed, is controlled by whomever created the ad. Some ads are legitimately placed by a company and will take you to their site. Others are not. So how can you tell the good from the bad? Well, don't be too quick to click the first link you see. Instead, hover over the link to see the actual URL you will be taken to. HTML stands for Hypertext Markup Language. It is the base language for sites on the internet to render information. The markup of a link to a web address, also known as a URL, allows user-friendly text to be displayed instead of www.google.com. Using your mouse pointer, hover over the www.lowes.com link and you'll see a different URL displayed. Here I show what is seen when covering and also show how to use Chrome to right-click and copy the full URL without executing it. So this is the copy and paste of the entire URL from that ad example. The ACLK you see right after google.com is ad click, and it allows Google to track clicks for paid advertisements. The rest of the text after that is encoding for what the ad takes you to or the web page you are configured by the advertiser. It certainly isn't clear from looking what page we will be taken to. I recommend that you do not click links for ads, period. For the sake of education, I did click this ad to document an example of what may happen and how it is easy to get caught up in it. I will stress again, do not try this at home. So clicking the aforementioned link landed me here. This is a well-painted design screen to look like an official Microsoft warning page. In this case, it is mocked up to look like a Windows 10 alert screen. Note, not only the information on the page itself, but also the pop-up messages and such that create a sense of urgency because something bad has been detected on your PC. If you call the number, you will likely be asked for a credit card number or maybe to send money via PayPal. You will also likely be talked into installing malware or opening up a computer for remote access for further harm to be instigated. Now, I'm not trying to pick on Lowe's or Microsoft. They have nothing to do with this scheme, and they really have no way to stop it. I've seen a variety of companies targeted in this manner. I've seen an example using Amazon Motif where instead of a pop-up about malware, the screen ropes you into thinking your Amazon account has been breached and to call a number now to get it fixed. If you Google various well-known companies, you should eventually see an ad pop up. Hover over it and see what the link actually is. Some ads are legit, others are not. Well, why click any of them? Type a URL yourself or use a bookmark to go to sites you frequent. Do be cautious to spell the URL accurately. Sometimes hackers will set up a site like amazzon.com and wait for people to type an incorrect URL. Why are big name companies targeted? Because they'll have the most activity and hence the best potential for snaring a victim. So similar to the Google search ad example, you may get links in your email. You should be able to mouse over a URL in the same way to confirm the link before clicking. Better yet, never click the link and type the URL yourself or use a bookmark you have saved. Ways to spot a fake email. Sometimes things like typos are a tip. Pay attention to a return email address that will usually be from a different domain. Here's an example of a real spoof email opened in a web browser. It claims to be from the Amazon Security Department, but notice it is from do-not-reply@review.com. It is possible to see a legitimate email from a different domain. However, it should catch your attention and make you extra cautious. Should we hover over the Amazon.com link? Doesn't feel like it is really from Amazon. I'll refrain from clicking this one. So there are sites like Jodas and VirusTotal, which can be used to scan files, URLs, and so forth. But remember that these tools are just like software in your PCs in that they are reactionary. They identify known threats. Something new may not be detected. The system may not even be aware of it yet. Even so, using such sites provide an extra layer of protection, and they benefit from sort of a crowdsourcing approach, as well as the fact that you have one system being updated as opposed to having to pull the software down to you. You kind of have somebody doing it for you.